Today's video is sponsored by Policy Genius. So check this out. You remember the other day I was down in West Virginia and I spent $1,100 on some gray slime. It does get hard when it dries. I knew it would do that. Still not happy with the product, but it does get hard when it dries. This is pretty much about 3/4 concrete right here. I got everything busted out of the bucket, but I'm gonna clean up the LX here just a bit. The windshield definitely needs some attention from the ride home. It's about 1,000 bugs smeared on it. That looks a lot better. I'm not going to get too carried away. Just going to get dirty again here pretty soon. Plus, it's trying to rain a little bit right now. Now we'll give the trailer a quick rinse. All right, got the trailer sprayed off. You ever see these things here? They are everywhere this time of year. I literally quit running the pressure washer 2 minutes ago, and they're already over the trailer, and they're all through the yard. But these are off the red oak trees. They call these tassels. There's another name for them as well. I can't remember what it's called, but I've always called them tassels. And these are like pollen structures, male pollen structures, and they hang from the tree, and when they fall, you know, they release their pollen into the wind. But this time of year, they land on everything. These things are falling all over me. I wanted to give you a little follow-up to the story that I told last week in a video. I was talking about when I was a kid, my dad and I went to a Civil War battlefield in Virginia. The owner of the property was Ted Dalton. His son was John Dalton. John was the governor of Virginia at the time, and Ted was a judge in Virginia. And anyway, we took metal detectors and we found all kind of stuff. So I talked about this in a video, and just a couple days ago, I get an email from John Dalton's daughter. Couldn't believe it. Apparently, someone that watches our channel sent her a link to our video, and she watched it, and she was kind enough to reach out to me and kind of fill in the blanks, because it was a long time ago, but it was the Battle of Cloyd's Mountain. It was by no means the biggest battle of the Civil War, but from reading about it in the last couple days, it sounds like it was one of the most fierce battles. A lot of close combat, hand-to-hand combat, and but yeah, it was really nice of her to email me. You just never know when you publish a video and you say anything, who's going to see it. And here I get a email from John Dalton's daughter. Just crazy. The other thing I want to talk about, if you saw the video on Sunday, you know we got the cabin down in West Virginia. Very excited about that. Those guys did a fantastic job delivering, setting it all up. It just worked out fantastic. There are a lot of questions. We'll talk more about it next time we're down there. But one of the things that came up quite a bit was, are we going to anchor the cabin to the concrete pad? I don't think so. I thought about it, but then, you know, the cabin weighs right now somewhere between 7 and 8 tons. After the inside's finished, it's probably going to weigh 9 tons. And so I don't think it's going to go anywhere from the wind. You know, back there in the woods, all the trees kind of block the wind quite a bit. And the way I see it, if there's enough wind to move the cabin, we're probably going to have much bigger troubles. And that would be a bunch of trees falling all over the cabin. That's something else people asked about. You know, why didn't I clear more trees? You could do that, you know, but you'd have a cabin in a field where we wanted a cabin in the woods. It's just part of it. And I like how everything worked out. I like where we left the trees. And we'll just have to go from there. But one thing I'm working on right now, I don't know how this is going to go. I really don't. Melissa and I are in a debate currently on the bathroom and shower for the cabin. Now, we had talked before about putting a little bump out on the side of the cabin for a bathroom and a shower. We'll have a cistern tank in the ground for water. And my thought was, I kind of like the cabin the way it looks right now. So hear me out on this. This is what I'm trying to convince her. Right off of the patio in the back, build a nice shower house with a bathroom, shower, area to change clothes, maybe even some storage, because the cabin's not real big. It's 14 by 28, 2 stories. So, you know, you definitely don't want the cabin or the bathroom inside the cabin taking up a bunch of space. You could put a bump out on the side of it. I like the idea of a shower house. Yes, you're gonna have to walk outside for 14 feet to get into it, but I don't think we're gonna be there a lot if, you know, in the middle of winter. I mean, for hunting season and things like that. It'll be mostly a spring, summer, fall kind of thing. We're just trying to figure all this out. We, believe it or not, it may not appear like this in every video. We try to think things through and really plan things out. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, should have put a basement under it and for utilities and all this. We're not staying in a Marriott. It is a cabin in the woods. If we wanted to stay in a Marriott, we would stay at a Marriott. So that's not what our goal is. We're just looking for a nice place, like a base camp. I talked about that before. There's tons of things to do in that area down there. The way I envision it is a bunch of side-by-side, four-wheeler riding, hunting, sightseeing, bunch of state parks all around there, and come back to the cabin in the evening, have some dinner, get a good night's sleep, and hit it again the next day. So that's kind of the plan for the cabin. But like I said, when we get back down there, you'll definitely be seeing more videos on that. But I like the idea of that shower house. I do. You could make it big, make it heated. We're going to power the whole cabin, by the way, with battery banks and that small Honda generator that I have. That's all we'll need. We'll have a few LED floodlights on the outside, a few lights on the inside, and just a few outlets. Wood stove, of course, for heat. And we get that done. Bathroom, shower, shower house. Man, I like that idea. I really do. It's going to take some convincing, though. So earlier, I mentioned that today's video was sponsored by Policy Genius, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. You know, when it comes to life insurance, for some reason, I think it gets overlooked sometime, and I can't understand why. You know, we have insurance for everything. Your vehicles, your equipment, new cabin in West Virginia, everything's insured in case something goes wrong. But as far as life insurance goes, bottom line is this: if you have anyone at all relying on your income, you definitely need life insurance. Personally, having a good life insurance policy gives me peace of mind, knowing that if something happens to me, everything with the family is going to be okay. Policy Genius was built to modernize the life insurance industry. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $25 per month for $1 million of coverage. Some options offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. They're licensed agents. They work for you, not the insurance company. There's no incentive for them to pick one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. Also, there are no added fees and your personal details remain private. No wonder they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find it and buy it. Head to policygenius.com/outdoorswiththemorgans or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you can save. All right, I'm down here at the wood yard now. We had a little bit of rain, not too much, but it's just kind of a overcast and gloomy day. But this is actually kind of relaxing. I was using the 400. I want to show you something here. Check this little saw out here. It's the MSA 220 TC, little top handle saw. I didn't record any video with it the other day, but I used this down in West Virginia. This and that big pole saw that I have, I used that to trim a bunch of trees along the road to get that cabin in. This I used for everything that I could reach, and then the pole saw for everything above that. But never really used a top handle saw. You know, climbers and things like that use these, but I just want to show you real quick how this little bugger cuts. Now this hunk of wood right here, obviously it's a little big for a little top handle saw, but it's 8 inches in diameter, maple. Ready? That's pretty impressive. Let's do one more in slow motion. This little fella here got the juice. MSA 220 TC. Here comes the help.
Hello.
What are you doing, Melissa?
You know, just taking the bike for a stroll. Coming down to help you out.
Kind of an overcast and...
Yeah, here's the thing. You don't know how to dress because, like, there's no sun. It's kind of cold and damp, but there's humidity.
Yeah, right.
So then you're like, oh, I'm sweating, but, like, my fingers feel cool. Or do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, but...
I'm just, I got a little bit more to throw in the bucket there. We'll split that up.
Okay. Are you organizing it or are you just throwing it in?
Just throwing it in.
A game of Jenga. Okay.
Yeah, just throwing it in.
That's a lot of fun too. Oh, I should go get my headphones.
I have an extra pair. All right, we got a little bit of wood split there.
Warms you up.
I had my headphones on. Melissa didn't have hers on. So we switched out there because the Eye of the Tiger was on. Great Firewood song right there. So I gave her mine and then tuned it into the right station.
That's one of Hunter Morgan's favorite songs.
It is.
He loves that.
How you like those headphones, Melissa?
They're very nice.
They're not as, nice as your Apple headphones, but you can buy about 8 pair of those.
Don't even worry about it. That's not true.
But you know what? The sun peeked out for just a minute, but I was just thinking, it feels good to get out and do something. Day like today.
Can get away from you.
Yeah, it'd be a day that you could end up holding down the couch all day if you didn't get up.
This is true. Yeah. But yeah, it feels good. How much do you think we get split?
That's about a third of a cord we just split there, and like 3 songs worth,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good workout. Motion is lotion, The older we get, we get stiff and
you're not kidding.
achy, and you feel your feet hit the floor in the morning and you're like, ow. Your cracks and,
when I gotta tell you this. For some reason, when I drive, like even down to West Virginia, it's not that far, but just sitting in the truck, you feel totally fine. And then you get to where you're going and you jump out and you almost fall on your face. I get stiff riding in a vehicle anymore. I didn't used to be like that. Once you get out and move around a little bit, you're fine. But that's just sitting in one place is tough.
Oh, yeah.
So I was telling them earlier, Melissa, we are discussing the next step for the cabin in West Virginia.
Right.
And what the plan is for a bathroom. We're talking about a bump out on one side, possibly a shower house off the patio. Melissa's not 100% sold on that, but we have decided we're going to come to an agreement before we do anything. What do you think?
Well, right. Right. That's where I'm thinking, yeah.
And it's not up for a vote. It's just going to be, we're just going to have to see.
Okay.
I told him earlier, if we wanted to stay in a Marriott, we'd stay in a Marriott. It's kind of out in the woods, but we'll see.
It's a nice cabin.
It is a nice cabin. I don't want to cut a big hole in the side of it.
Well, I see it as it's a nice cabin. I don't want to be like, oh, and there's the outhouse. It's
not going to be an outhouse. It's going to be a heated outdoor shower house.
Okay, but just bundle up before you have to go to the crapper because that's just the way it goes. Sorry, there's 6 feet of snow out there.
She brings up some valid points. She does. I don't know.
Just saying.
We'll have to see, but yeah, we were busy there last week. I was down there 3 days and getting ready for all that. And that video that we did on the cabin, I really enjoyed it. Sometimes when I'm editing video, you get tired of watching it because you watch it so many times.
You were there when it was filmed.
Yeah, you were there when it was filmed, and then you're trying to edit and put
over.
Everything together. You're watching it over and over again. But that one, I could just kind of keep watching. If you didn't see it, check it out. It's the one that we published on Sunday. But yeah, it was pretty cool. All them guys did a fantastic job.
They really did.
I can't say enough good about them. I really can't.
Yeah. Looks nice. I can't wait to go see it.
I know. Unfortunately, Melissa was not able to make the trip.
Not.
She was busy with some other things, but all in good time.
Yeah.
Start working on the inside. Figure out this bathroom situation.
Yeah, I think I have it figured out.
She thinks she has it figured out.
I have a question. Have you ever read a book that made you cry?
No, I never heard of it.
No, that's not the book name. That's a question. Have you ever read
I thought the book was called Has It Ever Made You Cry? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Have you ever read a book that made you cry?
No.
I have.
What was it, Melissa?
Algebra. Maybe I should just go with the name of your book. Made you cry.
Algebra.
Yeah. And Algebra 2 and geometry and everything. Right.
You didn't like math.
Still don't. And you know what? Those math teachers, I have something to say to all my high school math teachers that told me, you are going to need to know this. So when you're an adult, you're going to wish you paid better attention and did better in math and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? I have a cell phone and it has a calculator right in it. So you know what? You were wrong. I'm fine at the grocery store, wherever I need to figure things up.
Yeah.
Choom.
Done.
Now, Mr. Mike here, he is all about math and figures and time, and it drives me crazy.
Why?
I'll be home in 11 minutes. He's somewhere and he's coming. I'll be home in 11 minutes.
It's going to be 11 minutes. I know when I'll be home.
Or if I'm traveling and I call him, he's like, what mile marker are you on? I'm like,
she has no idea. No idea what she couldn't care less about mile markers. All those years of working out of town, I knew on every major highway, whether it's Interstate 79, the Turnpike, I could look at a mile marker, I could look at my speed, and I knew exactly when I would be home. You know, if there weren't any accidents or delays or anything like that. But I've always, she'd call me, when are you going to be home? I'd be like, I'm at mile marker 128.
So once again,
she's like, Mike, when are you going to be home? I'm like, I'm at mile marker 128, Melissa.
So what does that mean then?
That's the mile marker.
But I mean, are these people going to know that too?
Every interstate.
So that's what's that? 128 minutes. What is that?
It's 128 miles from the state line, and then you know what exit you get off of, what mile marker that is. Super easy to figure out.
I have to pay attention to what exit I'm getting off. I probably can say that.
There's a bird flying around up there. We are.
Yeah, we're getting attacked by birds.
We're gonna have to do something up above. See the one nest starting?
Yeah.
There's one nest starting under here. I knew this would be a problem. So we have two options: some netting in here, or just be down here working all day long every day. So I think we're gonna have to go with some netting in here.
We could just post a sign.
Post a sign.
Yeah. I don't want any tents or nests or anything.
I feel bad for the little guys because it'd be a nice place for a nest, but when that sawmill's running, they're not going to enjoy it very much.
That's right.
But
that'll get them.
Anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. We have been rambling on long enough. I want to thank Policy Genius for sponsoring today's video, and there will be a link in the description if you want more information on that. Anything you'd like to add, Melissa?
That's it. I've added it all.
Algebra.
It's making me cry just thinking about it.
See you on the next one.
Thanks.